Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. I'm Steve, your host, and I'm joined as always by my good friends,
PC
and
BB.
And our awesome keyboard player this evening will be
Dylan.
Hello, guys. Hello, everybody out there. I just want to say hi and welcome. Thank you guys out there for tuning in, spending some time with us every week. We enjoy this every week. We're sitting here having a couple adult beverages, and yes, it is another shitty stormy day here in fucking Pennsylvania. We're recording again, and maybe one of these days we'll have a nice day when we record, but hey, what are you gonna do? Guys?
Steve?
Podfessor?
All right. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Sorry, guys. Before we get going here, what are we listening to? We'll get that out of the way. We'll see what's happening this evening. Anybody's got any new cool shit going? And Dylan, what do you got?
Funny you should start with me because I was listening to something that you would absolutely hate. I've been staying in the decade, trying to listen to some stuff that is within 2000 to 2009. So I checked out again, and I've listened to this album many times, but I went back to it. I'll say 2001's Toxicity from System of a Down. Such an amazing album, so good front to back. Not a bad song on there. Really awesome, cool musical choices. I love Serj Tankian's vocal range and what he does with the singing of the songs. And one song, the chorus is just pogo, 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 which is really great.
Sounds great.
But like the other lyrics are super intelligent. And there's one song about the prison reform, and like it goes all over the place, this album, and it's amazing. So check it out if you haven't. I know you won't, but I almost put one of their songs on my list, but I felt like you would have bashed my list even more if I did, so I kept it off.
See, he automatically assumes that I will bash him.
Okay,
he automatically assumes.
Well, why don't you listen to that album and let me know next episode?
No. No, because what I've heard from those guys, I think is terrible.
It's so good.
All right, BB, how about you?
I am also staying in these years and released in 2001, Long Way to Live from Brittany Fox. Great live album. They open up with Six Guns Loaded, which is a fantastic song from them. Just a great opening song. You know, they bring in Long Way to Love, one of their popular ones, and of course they do Screw Girls, and they do a heavier. He's almost screaming. Midnight Moses. They close out the show with, and an hour 2 minutes. Fantastic live album. You know, great Brittany Fox raw sound that they brought back in the 80s. It's really, really good album. Love it.
Great album. I love Louder on there. Louder's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Louder. Kick-ass album. All right, we're batting 500 here. BC, what do you got?
Wow. Yeah. Love you too, Dad.
Maybe he didn't like mine, Del. You don't know.
No, I picked up the
See,
new...
I didn't say.
That's right.
Sorry, BC.
I picked up the new Bisto Blanco. Maybe needs a little time to grow on me there.
Not a fan so far.
Some of it, but some of it's like very...
It's called We Are, right?
Yes, we are.
It's different from the other ones.
It's different.
It's different.
I don't want to say...
It's a little more mainstream.
It's more
I think a little more poppy-ish, maybe.
Electronic?
Maybe a little more electronic in there.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think so. I liked it.
I'll go see what it got. It's different from everything else.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
It's not totally what you're used to from
No.
those guys. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Me this week, I'm still rocking to the new Rod's album, Brotherhood of Metal, which is friggin' excellent. And our friend Chris Craig from the Digital Killed the Radio Star podcast, since he's been listening, he's been hearing me talk about Amon Amarth, that I was kind of liking the what he called melodic death metal, which I think is kind of cool. He sent me a band. They're called Insomnium, and the band's called Winter's Gate. It's really cool. Like it's like 7 songs, I think, on it, and it's all Winter's Gate Part 1, Part through, like, Part 7. There's, like, no names of the songs, and it's actually pretty cool. I like it. There's some of BB's favorite spoken word in there.
Yeah.
But it's good, though. It's, like, really melodic at times and really, like, thrashy at times. I'm enjoying. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing yet, but I'm enjoying it so far. And to kind of reverse that, I've been listening to some little REO Speedwagon Live. So I've been kind of going from one extreme to the other there. So,
guess so.
Yeah. So there's some cool stuff to listen to. You guys listen to System of a Down. Dylan's listening to Toxicity. And BB's got Brittany Fox, Long Way to Live, right? Live. Or Lave or Live.
Lave.
Long Way to Lave. Brittany Fox, fucking excellent album. Little Beasto Blanco for BC. We Are the new album. And you guys, if you are a Beasto Blanco fan out there, let us know. Do you like the new album? Or do you not like the new album? Or is it going to take a little time like BC for it to grow on you? I enjoy it. And so BC's letting it grow. And I got the Rods, Insomnium, Winter's Gate, and a little REO Live. So, with that, we will take a quick break and do some news.
Okay, Powder Than Hellions, welcome to the news. It's just your intrepid keyboard player Dylan here today. Everybody decided to leave me and make me do the news alone. But that's the bad news. Thankfully, there's nothing but good news in this podcast today. Let's start off with one that is connected to the news we did last week. We had talked about Dave Mustaine being diagnosed with throat cancer, but it looks like he's actually going to be able to be in the studio. He was just, the drummer from Megadeth just posted a photo on Instagram of Dave Mustaine in the studio, rocking out. So it looks like he is going to be performing on the new album, which is fantastic. We wish nothing but the best for Dave and the Megadeth camp. Wonderful musician. And it's a tough thing to deal with throat cancer, especially if you're the lead singer in a band. But he can be, if anybody can beat it, he can. He's been through a lot physically and emotionally, mentally, and he's survived. So here's to hoping that he continues that trend. Yeah, so in other news, Black Sabbath is being honored in Birmingham with a bridge being named after them, the Black Sabbath Bridge. It's a really cool thing, I guess, to have a bridge named after you. They also have a Black Sabbath exhibit running through September 29th at the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. So I guess that has to do with that as well. But hey, kudos to you guys for getting a bridge named after you. That's one more bridge than the rest of us here at the Powder Than Hell podcast have named after us. But hey, if you have a bridge in your hometown that you'd like to dedicate to the Powder Than Hell podcast, let us know. We would be honored to attend to the ceremony, just like Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler did for this Black Sabbath dedication. Pretty cool, pretty random, but pretty cool nonetheless. Speaking of pretty random, Alice Cooper apparently was animated into a Mickey Mouse cartoon recently. Mickey and the Roadster Racers. It looks like he's a weasel of some sort, maybe. It's tough to tell, but you could absolutely tell it's Alice Cooper. He has the hat and the snake coming out of the hat, which is pretty funny. But Alice said, "It's so funny that I have a snake coming out of my top hat." The two things that Alice is known for. He says he's a self-described huge Goofy fan, and this is from blabbermouth.com, by the way. And this was from an interview with Entertainment Weekly, so news from news, I guess. And it's a non-threatening character, he says. Generally, when I play parts in movies or TV, I'm always the villain. It's kind of nice to not be the villain for once. Well, good for you, Alice. That's awesome that you get to pal around with Goofy and Donald and Mickey and apparently Race, since this is a Roadsters Racers. But it's really cool. Awesome to see some heavy metal being recognized in children's media. So in news that none of us at the Powder Than Hell podcast are too excited for, but hey, some of you listeners might be. We don't want to judge your music tastes. Korn is coming back with a new album. It's called The Nothing, and it's going to be released on September 13th via Roadrunner Records. So that's fun, I guess. I'm not a giant Korn fan. Neither is a BB favorite Zakk Wylde. He's not a fan of Korn. If you've ever seen the infamous Black Label Society video where he goes on a rant about Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's hilarious. But hey, Korn has a new album. Good for you guys. Hope it does well, I guess. You never know. And finally, we have some things from KK Downing saying that he's open to any conversations and taking part in the 50th anniversary tour with Judas Priest. It's pretty self-explanatory. I guess he had an interview with DJ Antonian, and he said, well, I'm certainly open to any conversations. As I always say to those guys, I've said it pretty openly. What's happened has happened. Everybody in the band knew why I left the band, quit the band. Everybody in the band knew I had good reason to quit the band, because nobody quits a lifetime invested time and energy into something and walks away from it that easily. It'd be cool to see him come up for a song or two maybe on the 50th anniversary tour. I really like Richie Faulkner in the band. I think he fits really well and has made his own name in the band. So I wouldn't necessarily be super excited to have KK Downing back for a giant, huge tour. I feel like Priest has moved past that. They're in a new chapter of their life, and it's sad that Glenn Tipton can't really play the tours with the band anymore because of his terrible condition. But I mean, it'd be cool to see KK play a couple songs. I'll leave it at that. What do you listeners think? Let us know. And without any further ado, let's get back into the episode.
Did you like that? Did you like that? Okay. All right. That was awesome news. How about that news, BC or BB?
That was crazy
there,
news
with the BLS hat on.
Oh yeah, that was I couldn't believe it. Like BC has said on several occasions of this podcast, thank God for news, or we wouldn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I do have to say, you said it was great news last week, even though we had some pretty sad news.
Oh, see?
So, you heartless bastard.
I'm sorry. You can send all the hate mail to bc@yahoo.com.
No, well, he meant about the Black Label Society tour. That's what he's totally ecstatic about fucking Marilyn Manson's new drummer.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he got rid of the old one.
We're all stars in the dope show.
I got to get a new picture of the guy and put him on my wall in the poster.
There you go. See that? You can
over.
Photoshop his face out and then just post a new guy in there. You'd be like Slipknot. You can just get a new mask for him.
Oh, see? There you go.
All right, guys. As you see from the title, which at this point I'm not sure what we're calling it yet, but you'll get the gist when you tune in today. And so we're gonna do songs from the decade of 2000 to 2009. Last time we did one from 2010 and to 2018, and then we had two wild cards in there because we're only in 2018. We did that last year, right?
Yes.
So we had two wild cards there. So we actually have a whole decade to pick from this time. And what we're going to do is we each pick the song from a band in each year. All right? That's right.
Yeah, we picked one song per year.
One song per year, per guy. I was actually... We'll see how this goes. I was excited about this one. Everyone was... sending in their songs, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then someone like, "Oh, okay." And but I had a good time. I had a really good time doing this one. All right, let's start with BB. And before, what we're gonna do is we'll give your first five.
2000, 2004.
And yeah, in order. So we'll go from 2000 to 2004. But then let us know what your approach was of how you picked your songs too, and then we'll run them around the table.
Okay. I kind of picked a little pot luck here, nice big pot of crap. It was just one of those things, like you want to pick some bands that you're really not used to listening to. We're always talking about, Black Label and Lizzy Borden and, Priest and all like the big guys. And I thought it'd be fun to actually kind of get a list together that maybe some people have not really even remembered or heard of. So that's how I kind of went by this list. So for the first year we're talking about, for the year 2000, I picked The One You Love to Hate from Halford. This is when Halford left Judas Priest. I think Rip Robins took over for a little bit. Halford went on his own, and we actually saw this album, I remember, at a Kiss Expo. That was it. Metal Mike was his name.
Metal Mike.
And he had like a little stand there. He had some like Halford albums there that he was signing and stuff. And the song, The One You Love to Hate, is awesome. I think it's a really, really heavy song. It's almost like it's like a step heavier from Judas Priest, but you still have that Halford voice in there. It's a really fantastic song, and it's I'm pretty sure it's deep in the album, and it's a really, really good song. If you have not heard that, I'm not sure if you guys have heard it, but it's really, really, really cool. Like I said, classic Rob Halford vocals, and just a hair bit heavier. All right, so for the next year, 2001, I'm gonna pick Racer X. Not a lot of people know these guys. Paul Gilbert, great guitar player. Steve and I saw him the other day with Nita Strauss. Fantastic guitar player, just like he's breathing, walking and breathing at the same time. This guy just tears it up. The song I'm gonna pick is "Endless." It comes off the Getting Heavier album. Love this song. I have, since we've seen him, I've been really kind of delving into these guys. Really, really good stuff they have. Catalog of songs with vocals and just regular instrumental songs. But it's just a really, really cool song. Vocals are really good, but once again, it's what sells you is Paul Gilbert's playing. Really, really good. And next one, 2002. I had a tough year with 2002, but I went with Wasp. Off of the Dying of the World album, My Wicked Heart. This song is just pedal to the metal, kick ass music at its finest. These guys just rock out at this song, and Blackie Lawless's vocals are really, really good. It's a great kick ass song. It's probably definitely the favorite heavier song on the album, and really, really good. So that may be like one of the songs that we've heard of Wasp, but like I said, I had a tough time picking.
Kind of a under the radar album.
Yeah. So 2003, I'm gonna go with the song 45 from a band called Shinedown. It's off their album Leave a Whisper. I picked these guys. This song was always in my iPod shuffle. It's kind of like one of those songs that kind of starts, off kind of slow, has a little climactic part in the middle. He screams. The vocals are really, really good. I read something that was supposed to be about, people thought it was about suicide, but it's really not. It's just about taking the world as it is and learn how to take your punches and dodge the punches. Because he said the 45 is actually the world. It's not a gun. So if you're into stuff like behind like the music stuff, that's a really good article to read about the Shinedown 45. And my last one for this half is going to be from 2004. It's Miles Away from Tesla. I've always loved this song. This is probably, in my ears, the heaviest Tesla song. Frank Hannon's guitar work in this is fantastic. And I have to apologize because it kind of came off of stuff I had on the computer, and it's very odd that they didn't have this song on anywhere.
Yeah.
The album, it's not on Apple Music. It's not, you can't stream it on Amazon Music. So, I didn't realize that until today, so I kind of apologize for that. But I know you guys already are familiar with the song. Just somebody out there may not. If they're trying to find it, you may have to just find it on YouTube. Well, there's my first half of the years.
All right, I'll do my little commentary here on BBs, for good or ill.
Oh, boy.
Halford, the one you love to hate. The one you love to hate. God, neither one of us.
Hey, we can't talk today.
Great album. Actually, that was Halford's third band after leaving Judas Priest. He had a band called Two first, which is kind of weird, right? Two first. And then
Fight.
He had Fight next, and then Halford. And I think Halford was probably the most Priest-like.
Yeah.
Little heavier, but it's still the most Priest-like in the way the songs were, and like the first two bands like Fight and Two were a little more industrial tinges to them.
Yeah.
Like real like heavy crazy shit. But like the one you love to hate is great, and also BB You didn't mention Bruce Dickinson sings on the song with him also.
Ooh, see?
And actually, there's a live version out there of Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, and Jeff Tate singing the song.
Wow.
Which is freaking crazy. Like, those three voices on one song is just fucking insane. Love it. Great song. Racer X, I didn't really care for it. I didn't really spend a lot of time with it. I listened to it once. I was like, so I'd like, I'll move on. Wasp. Sorry.
No,
My Wicked Heart. Wow. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of under-the-radar 90s Wasp stuff. I mean, they were one of the bands, actually, when I was going through the years, that they had consistent albums out throughout this decade. That was fucking excellent song, and the whole album is really good. And definitely enjoy that one. Shinedown 45. I saw when you sent the list around. I saw Shinedown. I'm thinking, I hope it's not that fucking song, and it was.
Yeah.
And I know
they go good, bad, good, bad.
I know he likes to get me like that. Not a fan of Shinedown. I saw them a couple years ago. They weren't terrible, but they weren't great. They had too many friggin' slow songs. They would get the crowd like just fucking absolutely going, like 2 cranking songs out and then a fucking ballad, and then 2 like it was just too up and down, like just like save the ballads for like a fucking acoustic night. But sorry, BB, not a fan of that song. not a fan of that song. And Tesla Miles Away, excellent. And actually, that's a song that they're busting out now on the tour that they're doing now. When Chris Granz and I went to see Tesla down in Penn's Peak a couple months ago, and they busted this song out, we're like, holy shit! Like they dug deep. It's a great song, and the solo, Frank Hanna's solo, is fucking kick ass in the song. Love that one.
Okay, so the one you love to hate. It's really funny about this song because I was struggling to get a 2000s song, and then I was like, okay, what albums came out in 2000? Maybe I can get something from there. And I see, Halford came out with an album. So I listened to the album, and I'm like, ooh, he does a duet with Bruce Dickinson. This is perfect. I'm going to put it on my list. As soon as I put it on my list, you send your list in, and number 1 with a bullet is the one you love to hate. I'm like, God damn it. But it's an awesome song, a duet of 2 rock metal titans, and their voices blend so well together. I almost didn't recognize that Bruce Dickinson was Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, right.
My ear was attuned to Halford, and then when Bruce started singing, it like short-circuited me for a bit. But once the
wires got crossed.
Yeah, once I figured it out, it's wonderful. It's a great song. A really nice, simple rock or metal song. Endless, Racer X, pretty good. I was expecting something a little bit more because I've been hearing about Racer X, and of course Paul Gilbert is a legend. I was expecting a little more powerful guitar in it, and there wasn't as much as I thought there was going to be. But it's still a really enjoyable song. And
it reminds me of the Winery Dogs in a way.
A little bit. Open up. I could hear that. And I can't dislike a band that is named after a Speed Racer character.
See? There you go.
Speed Racer is awesome. My Wicked Heart, I was very disappointed when I saw a Wasp song on the list because I'm a little wasped out. But it's a great Wasp song. I really enjoyed it. The guitar work, like you said, is fantastic. Just phenomenal soloing. And I don't hate Blackie's voice in this.
Yes.
45 Shinedown, this brought me back. I remember this was on the radio all the time. It's weird because there's a Shinedown album that I like in this decade, and this isn't the one that's on it. I love Sound of Madness, and that one's the Shinedown that I mostly think of. But 45
that's the one with the crows on it, or
yes,
like the birds?
Yeah, and it starts off with Devour, which is a fantastic song. Almost made my list. But 45 is a great song. I don't know what you're talking about that you hate it. There's a lot worse Shinedown songs out there.
Oh, there is, but I don't like that one either.
And the vocals in it are fantastic. It's such good quality. And then Miles Away, I'm really glad that...
I may just be sick of it, but I was like, that one.
Yeah. Miles Away, I'm glad that I hunted it down because it's a great song. It's that nice 56-minute song that builds. It has the nice build to it, but awesome riffs. Good Jeff Keith vocals, and the guitar work is, again, amazing. So it's a pretty good start to your list there, BB.
I agree. 2000's the one you love to hate, like I said. That time frame, like I said, he took a break from Priest. I liked all his stuff. 2 was a little bit different, I think. Too industrial for BC. But Fight and Halford were both great. Racer X, I've always been a fan of Racer X. Endless, I like their live albums a little bit better, but I like this. My Wicked Heart, like you said, Wasp had a bunch of good albums. that went under the radar, I think.
Oh, definitely.
And this is definitely one of the underrated ones, I would
Yeah.
say. Shinedown, 45. I like this song. I mean, I did get burned out of it when they were playing it almost every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
wasn't
overall,
a radio play,
this is
but-
the first time I heard it in like some time. So I was like, oh yeah, this.
Since 2003.
Yeah.
Since they played every 10 minutes on the radio. And then Miles Away, Tesla. I mean, that, very, like you said, very under. To me, Tesla, like, God love him. I've always been a good fan of Tesla, so how can you go wrong with anything from Tesla? Well,
Yeah.
I take that back.
Yeah.
Anything prior,
Everything prior to this.
Almost.
prior to their latest one. But that's a good start. I like it.
All right. Good start, BB.
Not bad.
Good job. Dylan,
3 out of 5 ain't
we're gonna
bad.
let Dylan do his first 5 here.
Okay, looking at my list, I noticed that there's a dichotomy with my list. So the first 5 songs I like to I'll call this the pure fun side, and the second side's a little more darker, I'll say, a little more emo. But my first side, so 2000 was the toughest year I had. I could not find anything that I really wanted to talk about with 2000. I mean, there were some good albums that came out. Brave New World is fantastic, but we've already talked about it quite a bit, so I didn't want to bring it up. So I decided to go with the song that I don't necessarily know if it's actually the best of the decade, like the best of the year, but I love the riff in it. It's a song that I would always listen to and sing along. My band actually covered it quite a bit, and it's really funny because my lead singer didn't like to curse on stage. So whenever it would get to the song is Last Resort by Papa Roach. Whenever it would get to the don't give a fuck if I cut my arm, he would go, don't give a wow if I cut my arm. And every time
Fail.
like, the F word came up, he would go, whoa. Well, we were in high school. His parents were in the audience. He didn't want to curse in front of them. But I love the riff in this song. I think the riff alone is one of the catchiest riffs. The lyrics are a little juvenile. I do love the screaming towards the end of the song.
Well, the band's name is Papa Roach.
Yeah,
so.
and this was they got a little
Pink
better as the
Floyd.
decade went on, but I do like this song for the lyrics. My next song is just pure fun from 2001, Party Hard by Andrew WK. Dad, you know it as the goal song for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Fucking hate that.
It's such a good song, though. You can't listen to this song without having a big, goofy grin on your face because of how pumped up it gets you. I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, holy shit. This is a get up and just run around the room kind of song. Like the lyrics, let's get a party going. When it's time to party, we will
It's a
party
crazy
hard.
video.
The video's crazy. The background vocals are kind of pirate-like, so it hits your Ailstorm itch there a little bit. It's just a fantastic song. 2002, is that the year I'm on?
No, 2001.
Yeah, that was 2001, but I'm saying the next year is 2002.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to put on the Foo Fighters. This was their decade. They were fantastic this decade, and one of my favorite Foo Fighters songs off of the One by One album is All My Life. An amazing, amazing opening song for an album. It starts off with the single guitar, and then Dave's vocals come in, and then it just kicks in. It doesn't stop till the end, and a fantastic front to back. This is a song that I show people when I'm trying to get them into Foo Fighters because it's such a rocker, and even the band, it's one of their favorite songs to play live. I love it. It's so fucking good. I would play it on my radio shift all the time. My next song, this one's going to be a little divisive in the room. Here's the reason why I picked I Believe in a Thing Called Love by the Darkness. Again, this is a really fun song. I remember driving down. Well, I was in the passenger seat. I remember driving with a bunch of friends. We would just be singing this song at the top of our lungs, doing the guitar, and then going into the guitar solo. But the reason why I put this song out there before the court is the guitar solo at the end of this song is so fucking good and worth price of admission. Just from how blistering it is at the end, and you don't expect it because the vocals are a little out there. There's a lot of falsetto. But the music on this song is phenomenal. It's so cranking. Like, you've heard worse vocalists. He's at least could carry a tune. Yeah,
he is looking at me.
he-
And I'm not looking at him.
It's so good. It's such a good song. And I know you guys are going to bash it, but musically, it's so good. And then this is what I like to call my transition song, getting a little darker. I had to put on Slither from Velvet Revolver. Again, the riff in this song is so good. Starts off with the cool bass intro, a little moody, and then it goes right into that iconic. So good. It's like it. You can't help but bob your head whenever you listen to the song, and it's one of my favorite Slash riffs of all time. And the solo in it's great. Scott Weiland's vocals work really well. This is the supergroup song that I always point at. Like, this is what happens when you get a bunch of musicians from a bunch of awesome bands together. So yeah, that's my first list, my fun time side of my decades. What do you guys think?
To Papa Roach, I mean, I liked these guys when they came out. I mean, their last few albums kind of lost me.
Yeah.
But when they first came out, I was really into these guys. Great live band, too. And I like that song. Yeah, 2001, Party Hard, like you said, Andrew WK. I mean, that was when he first came out. He was like kind of like this maniac.
Yeah.
It was a little different, but like you said, that's a good rocking song. Here's one day I'm going to get into these guys a little bit more than I do the Foo Fighters all my life. Cranking song. Unfortunately, I'm still stuck in the Foo Fighter hits.
Yeah.
But definitely one I want to delve into one day, not today. 2003, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. I love this
Someday,
album.
Dylan.
Yeah.
I love this album.
Permission to Land.
Like the music is, like you said, is so cranking.
Yeah.
And the guy can sing.
He can.
But then this, at first I heard it, I'm like, what happened here? And then what came after this one?
What album?
Yeah, no, I thought it was. I was like, yeah. But I like this album. I like that song. Like I said, even when he grabs his balls and shit and squeezes the hell out of him, I guess. And here's another one. I totally forgot about this band, Velvet Revolver. It's there. I mean,
so good.
Cranking song. I mean, I like this side or this start.
Cool. BB?
All right, Papa Roach, Last Resort. I actually had the CD. I don't know how I got it, but I had it.
Infest.
It's a really good album, and the song is good too. The chorus, I think the chorus is fantastic, and his vocals are really, really good. And like I had written down, we saw them live down at Montage. They were really, really good live.
Were they on the Crew Fest tour?
It may have been one of those.
They played Crew Fest, but they also played with Saving Abel and Hinder and
Yeah, there's a
Nickelback.
bunch
Oh,
of
so
them
was the Rockstar?
back in the day.
Rockstar
Maybe.
Energy?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
I took Carson to see that.
Yeah,
Was
really
Carson's
good pick.
response?
Great opening song. 2001, Party Hard from Andrew WK. This was catchy. It was almost like a Broadway production kind of song in a way. How I kind of came across it, but a good pick. I've never listened. I never heard of this song. I never heard this guy. So it was new for me for this one. All My Life by the Foo Fighters. Fantastic band, fantastic song. Love it. So many tempo changes in the song. I love the drums. The drums are what makes this song, and it's like a perfect air drumming song. You know, just to get you in the mood. You're pumped. This is definitely the song to do it.
Yeah.
I Believe in a Thing Called Love from 2003. His high-pitched vocals are different. The solo was really, really good. But I remember this song was out. Song was out, and I remember hearing it, and I'm like, boy, why? You know, I don't get the high-pitched voice, but the music of the actual song is fantastic. So does he sing that high through the whole album?
No.
On some songs he does, but this one is where he goes.
This is really, really
crazy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No, like I said, it's different. You know, and it's good. It's good, but it's different.
If I had one of those machines that could take the vocals out.
He's looking at me again.
You keep
Stop looking at
like
me.
you have this smirk on your face.
And then from 2004, Slither from Velvet Revolver. Iconic opening guitar riff. Scott's vocals are spot on. Slash has just added another step up to STP. This is a great song. It's a great pick. It's definitely a fantastic song. If you guys have not heard this, please pick it up because this is definitely puts 2004 out there, and this is definitely one of those songs that should be noticed.
Yeah.
All right. Papa Roach, Last Resort. Not bad. They were cool live. I'm not in love with the song, but I don't hate it. It was pretty cool. Andrew WK, Party Hard. Sorry, Pittsburgh Penguins totally ruined me for this fucking song. Because that's what they play when they score a goal.
But the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins also do it.
I know.
Does that make it better?
That does not make it better. No. But it is a good song, but it's kind of soured for me now. Foo Fighters All My Life, cranking song. And that's one of them Dave Grohl songs where I like when he starts to like yell, when he's singing. Fucking love that. I think it's a good song. Even though it's pretty much out of format. Like,
it's not out of format, it's a rockin' song.
Like the first 2 songs pretty much, but
what?
Good. I like that. I thought it was a great song. I thought it was fucking cranking. I enjoyed it. The Darkness. Dylan mentioned the cranking solo at the end. I didn't get that far.
You gotta listen to the whole song.
And I gotta say, seeing that the Darkness are playing on Kiss Cruise 9, that was like pretty much the clincher for me to not go on Kiss Cruise 9 because I think it's ridiculous. However, when we do take the break for our gem, I will have Dylan play.
Yeah,
I want to just hear the solo. I don't want to hear that fucking.
I'm gonna play the
shitty
solo
stuff. So they're a negative.
Solo's
But
so good.
Velvet Revolver. You guys know I've been on a Slash binge, and I've been mainlining Slash for the last
that's Peter
year.
Criss.
Huh?
That's Peter Criss.
Yeah. Won't you give it to me one time? What's the name of the song? Slither. I my writing's so terrible.
What's the name of their most
Silver.
famous song?
Sliver.
Shitter.
Slither. Great song. Love it. I love the kick in. I love when he starts the da da da, when he starts to sing really fast when the riff gets faster in the song. Absolutely love it. The solo's great, and I think that the Velvet Revolver album Contraband that came out that year was one of the best albums that came out that year. Like bar none. I mean, I think it's great because I was looking through stuff and I kind of thought Dylan would pick something from there, so I laid off of that one. But just fucking excellent. I love that song. That makes up for the 3 other crappy songs on there.
Wow.
Well, no, not 3. No, 2. No, really 1.
Oh
But Party Hard is just soured for me. I like it, but I can't listen to it because it reminds me of
Do
the
what we
Penguins.
like, and we like what we do.
And but the Papa Roach, like I said, was good. I can't do the Darkness. Can't do it. Maybe I'm afraid of the Dark BC. Darkness is closing in on me. So yeah, I mean, a good start. I mean, good start for who do we got? Who went first? BB and Dylan.
Yep.
Yeah, so great start though. BC, what do you got for your first half decade?
Half decade. I just picked songs that I liked, and some of them came to me when I used to have an iPod, and Shuffle Play came out. 2000, I started. One of my favorites, Armored Saint, After Me, The Flood, from Revelations. And, just the riff and just... And who else? John Bush.
John Bush. We got it for the first BC song.
And 2001, I went with Judas Priest with the replacement singer Ripper Owens with Bloodsuckers. I just love the way that starts off, then it kicks in. And I mean, a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. I think both their albums with Ripper Owens are phenomenal. I think this one's very underrated. But you know, you can't replace the metal god. I'm not saying that Ripper did replace him, but if somebody else had to take his spot, I think it was a great replacement.
Better than No Priest.
Yep.
Better than No Priest. Let's go to 2002 with Dream Theater with As I Am. To me, it's for Dream Theater. I think it's a drive-in hard song, which it's not too many. I can't say not too many, but not too many. Almost commercial for them, to a degree. 2003, I had to go with the Iron Maiden from the worst album cover, Dance to Death album with the Passion Deal. I just love to me, I can listen to this over and over, and you actually listen to it like lyrically, and I'm not a very big lyrical person listening to music, but this makes you listen to it and just the story of it and everything. And then I'm going to close out with 2004 is Man and Machine from the Boys in Saxon, which to me, I think this is just a very underrated, heavy Saxon song, which hopefully their new stuff will be heavy, because we like it heavy, baby.
Yeah.
But that's how I started off. Just songs that got me.
All right, BB, give it
All
to
righty.
her or don't.
Oh. Now?
It's up to you.
Now or wait till later? You don't like it? I love it, BC. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. After Me, The Flood from Armored Saint. Just a straightforward, just kick your ass rockin' tune. The guitar work in this is fantastic.
And who else?
You know,
John Bush.
And John Bush, Ed vocals, John Bush. It's just great. I can't believe like Armored Saint has not like blown the roofs off arenas and stuff. Not many people know these guys, and I can't understand why, because this song fucking blows the whole album out of the water already. And 2001 Bloodsuckers from Priest. And like you said, Ripper Owens, he sings his heart out on this song. Love this song. You know it's Judas Priest by the music, but you don't know who's singing it. It has that ding to it of Priest, but you're like, oh wow, who's this guy? Who's this singer? Another great pick. Dream Theater, As I Am. These guys, they're so musically like tight. Like they go from like guitar solo to a little drum to a little keyboard synth. Like these guys are just musically mind blowing. Then we go to 2003 Iron Maiden. Dave Murray and Adrian Smith. This song, you put them in your headphones, and you have like one on one ear, one on the other. They're going back and forth. It was so cool. The other day I was listening to it. I had to listen like 3 times back and forth. It was just a really, really cool song. And like you said, Saxon. We talked about these guys a couple times on here. Another one of those. No, they're in that same realm of Armored Saint. I don't understand, why they haven't been kicking ass in the United States for like the last 40 years. Because you ask somebody who Saxon is, but this song is another one. It's just a great rocking solo. Like this first side is just punch you in the face, left and right combo. Great rocking songs. Front to back is great picks.
All right, BC, 2000, Armored Saint. Fucking Armored Saint. And my prediction is, Armored Saint, they are going to be the band on the Mega Cruise. That's my prediction. I wish we were going, but if anyone out there that is a listener that's going on the Monsters of Rock Cruise, the Mega Cruise, let us know how it was. We would love to get you on the show, give a review of the cruise. That would be fucking kick ass. So, get in contact with the show if you're going. And actually, if you're going, we could even get you on before it happens. I think it's in October. And we can do a little preview show. So contact us, Facebook, or you can email us at potterthanhellpodcast@gmail.com. But Armored Saint, love that album from the Revelation album, fucking kick ass. And when I was going through them, I was kind of picking. I'm like, okay, BC's going to pick something from this. Dylan's going to pick something from this. And this was like, I'm like, BC's definitely going to pick an Armored Saint song. So I stayed away from it. After the Flood is great because I love when it kicks in. After me comes the flood. Fucking kick ass. Bloodsuckers from Priest from the Demolition album. Love it. Love that album. I think anyone that doesn't like that really hasn't listened to it. Bloodsuckers is great. BB, you said it. He just like friggin' blah, just like kicks ass vocally on that. And if you listen to those 2 Priest albums, the Demolition and Jugulator. Demolition was the second one with Ripper Owens. Like they're a lot heavier Judas Priest than even what they're doing now. I think they were a lot heavier. Some of the stuff was borderline thrash, but I mean just great stuff and super heavy albums. Lyrically, some of the stuff on them albums is like, but like this song fucking kicks ass. Dream Theater, As I Am, love the kick in on it. Just the good kind of groove to it. Great song. Maiden, Passchendaele, excellent from Dance to Death, like you said, BC. The worst fucking Iron Maiden cover fucking ever. Terrible. But the album more than makes up for it. Passchendaele, and you were totally right. Like even just to listen to the song, listen to the lyrics and the music together. Well, of course you're going to listen to them together. But if you take them as a whole, it's a very visual song. You could picture these guys in the trenches and shit. It's crazy. And Saxon Man and Machine, great short rocker. And they're always good for a great short rocker like that. Like songs that are like about speed and stuff like that. And it fits right in perfectly with the Saxon catalog. I think it's freaking excellent.
I have nothing negative to say about this first half of your list. Actually, 3 of the 5 songs I'd never heard before. And I thought they were awesome. After Me, The Flood, never heard it. Thought it was great. I definitely need to break into Armored Saint a little more because this song was fantastic. Bloodsuckers, I had never heard it before. Again, I need to get more into Ripper Owens' Judas Priest because this is a fantastic song. And you're right, they are so heavy in this song, and I can't even imagine the rest of the songs how heavy they are. As I Am, I have heard before. You and me, the Dream Theater champions on this podcast. What I love about this song is that the ending chord on 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence is the opening chord on this album, because they started this trend where they would end their one album and start that album, the next album, with the ending of the previous album. I think they started it with Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from Memory, because then The White Noise went into 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, the chord went into Train of Thought, and then this one went into Octavarium, the end of this one. But As I Am is a fantastic song. And you're right, I think it is the most radio-friendly besides Pull Me Under that Dream Theater gets. Really heavy. This is their metal album, really. As a whole, Train of Thought. Passchendaele, one of the best Maiden albums, one of the best Maiden songs. It tells the story, tells the tale of Passchendaele, if you will. It goes on so many different journeys throughout the song. There's some slower parts, some faster parts. I always love on this album the orchestra behind them, and on this song you could absolutely hear it. It sounds fantastic. And Man and Machine, a great Saxon song. You can't go wrong with Saxon. They're fantastic. I haven't heard a bad song from them, and this is no different. So great start to your decade.
Excellent.
Thanks for showing up, BC.
Way to go, BC. We know you got a lot going on. Good job. All right, here's my first five. I'm going to throw them out there. The year 2000, which would be from the second album from Slash's Snake Pit. And this album is called Ain't Life Grand. Friggin' great album. I probably talked about the song a little bit before. I know we did a
Scary Songs.
a Scary Songs episode with the guys from Digital for their show. And this was one of the songs I picked, like, serial killers, like the idea of it just like kind of freaks me out, and I picked the song Serial Killer. Fucking excellent song, really super creepy, but great, just like great music in it, great, like the background vocals, like there's, and it's, and Dylan, it's not even produced by Bob Ezrin, but there's children singing in the song,
children, yeah.
But it's cool and it's appropriate for the song.
Yep.
Really great song, just like super fucking creepy, and Slash. My second song is an Alice Cooper song. It's called Trigger Man. It's the opening track from the Dragontown album. Just a straight out rocker right out of the box. And Alice Cooper was one of the more consistent artists also that we came across in this decade, putting albums out in the 90s. And there's a lot of, if you are an Alice Cooper fan and you have not delved into the 2000s Alice Cooper, give them a shot. There's a lot of excellent stuff in there. And the song Trigger Man is just great, and it really speeds up at the end. Just a great song. And I picked this next song for BC from the 2002 album 10th Dimension, Blaze Bayley. Song's called Kill and Destroy. Song fucking tears it up. This song first comes on, you're like, what the fuck is this? It rips. And I don't care what anybody says. I think Blaze Bayley sings awesome on this album. This song is great. It's I love it's a great side. He does it on his, actually I think a couple of his live albums he does, and it comes across great with the crowd. Excellent song. His band is phenomenal on that album. 2003 I picked Godsmack's song Make Me Believe from the Faceless album. Just a great produced album. A lot of cranking stuff on there. I just love the like the grungy guitar on that song. I love the background vocals, and Sully just like totally brings it on this song. Fucking excellent. And 2004, I went with the Little Dokken, and they're an under the radar band in the 90s too. They put out a few albums in the 90s, and the album is Hell to Pay. Great album, and I picked the song Prozac Nation. Listen to this song. It's friggin' excellent. I just enjoy the hell out of this song. It's a great song. I don't think I've ever even heard of them even doing the song live. I know we've never seen them do it live for the probably 20 times we've seen Dokken in the last 40 years or 30 years, whatever the hell it is. But just a really cool song. Goes into how people are just like self-medicating themselves on anything they can get their fucking hands on. It's just a crazy topic, and it's a great song. And I think that's it, right? 2004.
Yep.
Yeah. There's my what you would maybe call side one.
Starting off with Serial Killer, I Just Want to Kill.
How are you feeling today, Rodney?
It's when you first hear the song start, you think it's an Alice Cooper song. It's so creepy and so moody, and you're like, is this Slash? Did I put in the right album? And then once the song actually starts, you could tell it's Slash. It's a phenomenal song. Again, Slash firing on all cylinders. A very underrated era for Slash, I think. His first two Slash the Snake Pit albums. Trigger Man made heavy rotation in our house. I heard the song so many times. I love Alice. The reason I didn't put Alice on my list is because I knew my dad would. And it's a fantastic song. I love the kicking at the end. It's a really interesting era for Alice. It sounds completely different from the stuff before it. The Brutal Planet and Dragontown are sister albums, I would call. And they're fantastic. Blaze Bayley, Kill and Destroy. Never heard this song before. Fantastic song. Really good. I think Blaze is an underrated singer, honestly. I liked his stuff with Maiden, personally, and I have to check out some of his solo stuff. Make Me Believe it's a classic Godsmack song. This one got a lot of heavy rotation on the radio, and it deservedly so. It's heavy. It's phenomenal. Sully's voice is just the right amount of attitude. It's great. Prozac Nation. Speaking of voices, Don Dawkins sounds like he's on Prozac during this song.
He may well have been.
It sounds like he was channeling the lead singer of Every Mother's Nightmare because of how like lazy and like
Kind of laid backish.
Like he sounds like he's on drugs on this song. The instrumentals are good, but he just sounds like so low energy on the song. But it's a good song. I don't like how Don interpreted the vocals, I'll say. But good side overall.
Serial Killer Slash the Slate Pick. Here's another one I forgot about because he has his new Slash. But these two albums are killer, I thought. And then Triggerman, first time I ever heard the song, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have swore I played that for you probably 100 times.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, again, rocking for Cooper. Kill and Destroy, first time hearing the song.
Oh.
For the record out there, people, I have nothing against Baze Billy, just Baze Billy and Iron Maiden. like you said, crank it's on, and I mean, I really want to listen to the rest of it.
It's good. It's a good album. A lot of it, all the soul shit's good.
Everything I heard so far, I mean, I like, just as long as he doesn't play Maiden. Make Me Believe by Godsmack. Godsmack. Here's a band that
He gets the BC of approval. Yeah.
Before these guys made it big, I saw them in Scranton, Pennsylvania in the club, and they just ripped it up. And even to this very day, there's a band that's very steady and putting out good shit. And 2004 is Prozac Nation, Dawkins. Like you said, Dawkins had a few good albums that went under the radar. Well, all music kind of went under, that kind of music went underneath the radar back then. But no, we did not see that song live, and it'd be cool to see it, but
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon. And that's it. Okay.
All right. Serial Killer, Slash the Snake Pit. Cool song. Vocals are spot on, really, really good. And, of course, the guitar work is amazing because it's Slash. Trigger Man, I have never heard this song before, but it's a really good tune. It just sounds like Alice is he singing through like a megaphone? I don't know. He has like an echo to his voice. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, in the verses, he does have like an effect on it.
Yeah.
But another good tune because you guys know I'm not up on my Alice as I should be. But good song, really good song. I'll have to check that whole album out. Kill and Destroy, Blaze Bayley, fantastic. And I said, hey, BC, a lot better than his Iron Maiden stuff, huh? But yeah, this song is totally rocking. Really, really good song. His vocals are amazing in this song. And even the guitar work is really, really good on this one. Make Me Believe, Godsmack. There's an iconic Godsmack sound to it. And Sully screaming is just, Godsmack to a T. These guys are really, really good. And they have that same sound, almost every album. And it's just rocking tunes, and it's really, really good stuff. Prozac Nation, I'm almost I'm in between you guys with Dylan and BC. This is the song on this side that didn't really thrill me. The music is good. It just I don't know what it was. It died down from the.
I like the middle part.
Yeah,
That's why
it died down from the first four, and then it just got a little slower. But it's docking, and it's good. It just maybe in a way just didn't fit the way the years went. But
Well, Don wanted you to give the experience of taking Prozac.
Prozac. Oh yeah. Maybe that's how he wanted to sell it. You never know.
All right, there's our first half decade, I'll say, and we will do a hidden gem, and we will come back and wrap it up with the next 5 years. All right, little time for a little hidden gem, BB. A little hidden gem here going on, and I'm gonna go first this week, and I'm gonna keep my gem within the decade that we're doing here. Well, no, just out, just like
Missed it by that
just
much.
missed it by like a year. Actually, let's see what. Actually, missed it by like a month and a half.
Yeah.
So this came out.
It was being recorded.
Yeah, this came out actually on Valentine's Day 2010, and it's the Sin City Sinners. And our friends Todd Kearns and Brent Fitz are in this band, along with Brent Muscat from Faster Pussycat, I believe. And great album. It's got some cool stuff on there. Numb, Turn It Up. BC's favorite song. It's called Blow Up Doll.
Yeah.
And, but it's a really good, it's a good rock album. So if you can find it out there, I don't think it's on any kind of streaming or anything like that. And so look for it though. It's just a really good rock album. It's Sin City Sinners, and this album is named Exile on Fremont Street. So absolutely check that out. And BC, what do you got for us?
I'm going to go back into the 80s. Because I'm always stuck in the 80s. But it's a band, Jailhouse. They put out an EP in 1987, Alive in a Mad World. It's a little three rockers, a cover of Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy, which I always like the covers better than actual Thin Lizzy song. Nice. And an acoustic track on there. And Simon, I'm going to say this wrong, Simon Daniels, that's in Autograph now, is the lead singer in this band. This was his band back in the day. Simon LeBon, Duran. But check it. I mean, and then they came out with the full-length album. But great band, just lost in the LA Shuffle.
Lost in the Shuffle. What year was that?
1987.
That'd be a good album name, Lost in the LA Shuffle.
Lost in the LA Shuffle.
All right. I'm going to stay in the decade. This DVD was recorded in 2002, released in 2003. And, of course, I had to bring Black Label Society into the...
No.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
We are going to talk about Black Label Society, their DVD, Boozed, Bruised, and Broken Boned.
Ouch.
This was recorded in Harpo's in Detroit. And, BC, you know this one because this is where the bar ran out of alcohol totally.
Drank the bar dry.
Drank the bar dry. The crowd went crazy. And this is the show that Zach Wilde flips out on Fred Durst. Fred Durst, fuck Fred Durst,
and he throws like the monitors.
He throws the monitors all over the fucking place. And
fucking go insane like the band, like riots.
It's just, it would be like insanity to be there.
He might have drank a little bit.
He did it all for the nookie.
Yeah.
So. He was bearded then, right?
He was bearded.
I don't think he was crazy bearded, but it was still bearded.
Yeah, it may have been like
Viking
braided.
Beard.
It may have been braided at that time.
Oh.
The braided beard.
He was just playing.
That'll be the new shirt. Wild beard or wild bearded or braided bearded.
He was definitely just.
Yeah, that was his. There was
man
his
on a
good
mission that night.
He was
Fred Durst, man, he was like he sat bolt right up in fucking bed that night. Like, what the fuck was that?
Well, that was.
Tell us how you feel.
Man, oh man, Robert Trujillo played bass for him on that show. They were fantastic. Great performance. They did
There's
Bleed
live
for
album
Me
for that too, right?
No, it's just a DVD.
Yeah,
I wish there was.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Because they do like Bleed for Me, 13 Years of Grief, Stronger Than Death, and then they slowed down. They do Spoke in the Wheel because that was their big song at that time. But they're closing it out for All For You and Berserkers. It's just a fantastic show. It definitely worth watching. I'm not sure how long it is. It's not that long.
Couldn't get a drink.
Yeah. After the 10th song, you couldn't drink, but after that, if you want hear him flip on a Fred Durst. It's kind of funny, but good DVD.
That's a good one. Dylan, how about you?
I'm also staying in the decade, right at the end, 2009. This was an album that was actually produced by Nikki Sixx, DJ Ashba, and Marty Fredrickson of 6am. It's the album Whatever Gets You Off by The Last Vegas. Great album, awesome hard rock, straight hard rock album. It's their third album, and actually they were on the Saints Los Angeles tour along with Theory of a Dead Man and Hinder, which we might be hearing from those two bands later on in this very episode, right, Dad?
Perhaps.
And it's just a great hard rock album. It's absolutely a fun listen. You're not going to be disappointed. It's just straightforward hard rock.
All right, there's our gems for the week. Little Sin City Sinners, Exile on Fremont Street for myself. Little Jailhouse Alive in a Mad World from 1987 with Simon from Autograph now on there.
Simon Le Bon.
Yeah. And the BLS DVD, Booze, Brood, and Broken Bones for who else? Unbearded BB. And Unbearded BB. The Las Vegas for Dylan, Whatever Gets You Off, which I didn't comment on that, Dylan. I'm sorry, that is very good because I had that at home. I rocked to that. We rocked to them quite a bit, BC, back in the day. They were good. They were good. Didn't they just have something out like kind of recently, like last couple of years? Something else came out, I want to say.
I want to say it's the different vocals, too.
And also, I do want to point out, Whatever Gets You Off is not available on Apple Music. It is available on Spotify.
Oh, so
there you go.
Check it out.
The last album they have recorded is 2016.
All right, it's very cool. Yeah, so there's our gems, you guys. Check them out. There's a lot of cool shit out there. If someone can find a version of the Sin City Sinners, let me know, because I just looked on Amazon and like to order a CD, like a used CD, it's like $56. So I'm sure they're out there, and I'm sure it's not even attempted on vinyl. So
maybe Simon Le Bon has it.
Simon Le Bon may have a copy of that. So check it out, and let's get back into our decade of 2000 to 2009, and we'll kick off this half of the show with BC.
Oh boy! All right, let's start it off with where did I leave off here? 2005 with I'm gonna go to a little slower tune compared to the first 5 years. I'm gonna go with the LA Guns, Skin. To me, this is a good LA Guns period. I mean, not the classic LA Guns lineup, but the 4-piece with Stacey Blades on guitar, which I thought was an overall great album. Very streetish. Going to 2006 is John Oliva's Pain. John Oliva, if nobody's familiar with him, is the original vocalist from Sabotage. But Manical Renderings. I love the bass start. Nobody can talk tonight. And the solo guitar, like keyboard and rock and the guitar solo, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it's an overall great album. Unfortunately, you can't get older albums off of Apple Music.
It's weird. Actually, there's weird spacing on the apostrophe. So you can get this album on Apple Music, but it's there's some of them are under just like the regular spelling, but this one is under Oliva space apostrophe space
it's
S.
Weird.
Oh, really?
Here.
Okay.
It's very strange.
Yeah, that's when I found. I was like, "Where's the other ones?"
Yeah, so it seems like they're scattered to the wind depending on the spacing between the apostrophe.
See, you learn something every day. Okay, and then of course I couldn't do a list of anything without this guy being on my list. 2007, Lizzy Borden with Bloody Tears.
Who is she?
She's a great artist. Well, Bloody Tears, because of Crankin' song off a great album. And then let's go to 2008. I love these guys. I love these guys since they first came out. I might get some love here from BB, I'm not sure. The Bitter End by Blackstone Cherry. I mean, they have such a distinctive sound. The vocals, I mean, they're underrated. I love the solo in the song. Just a plain out rocking tune. And I'm going to finish out the decade 2009 with the Boys of Megadeth with 44 minutes. I guess, again, like Iron Maiden, telling a story of an actual event that I think I actually watched unfold live on TV. Yeah. And some spoken word in there a little bit for BB. He had to throw it in there. But that's how I finished it up. Even just the way the solo in this song is phenomenal. BB.
All right. Skin from LA Guns. You already hit it. Stacey Blades. fantastic addition to this band. His guitar runs throughout this song is really, really good. Even the bass opening is so cool of this song, and it's just one of those cool LA Guns tunes. That whole album is really, really good.
I think it's
And there's a couple better songs on that album, but I'm not going to hold you to it. But Skin is a good tune. Oliva, the mechanical renderings. This is a great musical song. It was definitely different. I've never actually heard of this song, but it was really, really good.
changes.
There's so many like tempo changes. It was a surprise because I'm like, like we knew him from before, but I never heard of his solo stuff, and it was really surprising. I thought it was really fantastic. Then you have this girl from Las Vegas,
Lizzy Borden.
the Miss Lizzy Borden, kick-ass song. Lizzy Borden's awesome. I'm jumping on your coattails because I'm loving Lizzy's stuff anymore. It's just a kick-ass opening riff. The solo is really, really cool, and even the background vocals, like as the band, probably a couple of guys are saying, it is so cool that it throws that in there. It's just a different loop of what they're pointing out. It's just fantastic. The Bitter End, Blackstone Cherry, in 2008. Love these guys. You know how much I love these guys. These guys are fantastic. Ben Wills, that's a guitar player, super underrated. These guys are like the modern day like Leonard Skinner-ish type, I want to say. Fantastic song.
He doesn't age.
No, man.
Since they came out to now, he looks the same.
I think it's like Chris Robertson, I think is the vocalist, and really, really good. They've got that Southern Kentucky sound and just ripping guitar solos. Really, really cool, tight band. And closing out Megadeth, 44 minutes. Yeah, this actually happened in like 1997. Somebody robbed a bank, and there's like 2,000 rounds of like ammunition flown between these two guys and like 600 police officers. And the only two people that were killed were the two guys robbing the bank. So that was really weird. But this is definitely one of those songs like you're listening, you know the story, you're listening to the vocals, it's painting that picture in your head. It's really, really cool. And a great song to close your album out, or however you want to do it. And it's funny that the album this comes off of, it's actually, the album is like 44 minutes and 43 seconds.
Endgame.
Really?
We're in the endgame now.
Yeah.
Being reissued.
Okay, LA Guns Skin. I've had a renewed interest in LA Guns ever since we saw the Steve Riley version at M3.
They're good.
They were fantastic. This is a great song. I really enjoyed it. LA Guns, they're a band that I need to delve into a little deeper. It's a broken record today, but a lot of these bands I've only dunked my toe in. I haven't taken the plunge, but I'll have to. Maniacal Renderings, it's a little long for me, but it's really good. It drags a little bit in my eyes, but I enjoyed the instrumentation, and it was an enjoyable song. Bloody Tears, my third favorite Lizzy Borden song, behind Me Against the World and My Midnight Things, because I like the keyboards in My Midnight Things. But a great song, a fantastic song. I have to say shame on you though, because BB was able to hold back his Black Label addiction, but you weren't able to hold back your Lizzy Borden addiction.
Although he did do a gem for it.
He
though.
did, yeah. I might have to take that back too. I think we all relapsed. You had a Slash song. I did Foo Fighters. So we're all
We did.
We're all in this.
we're all at fault here. So
We all have a problem.
We all stayed true to ourselves in one way or another in this episode.
The Bitter End's a great song. Blackstone Cherry is a really good band. Another band I have to check out.
Oh, please do.
44 minutes. I thought that you could have picked a better song from this album. It's a good song still, especially for spoken word for BB's tastes. Head Crusher has that really good on your feet, prisoner. But 44 minutes is still a great song. I like that they include the actual radio, like the
radio transmission,
the first
at the beginning,
responder transmission at the beginning. It's really sets the mood for the song. Dave's vocals really go well with the subject matter. 44 minutes of target practice. All hell's breaking loose. Outgunned, watching the Force go to a firefight with a pocket knife. Pretty good lyrics. But yeah, it's a really good way to end out your decade. A very solid decade, in my opinion.
Yeah, good. Continuing now with the good list going on here. 2005, LA Guns, Skinned. Great album. I was like, holy shit! I totally forgot about A, this album, B, this song. Really like it. Phil Lewis sounds great on it. Is this a Stacey Blades one?
Yes.
Okay. And really, really good. I definitely enjoy it. John Oliva's Pain, maniacal renderings. Really good. I like it. It's this song. You could pluck this song off that album and put it like on Poets and Madmen, like boom, like throw it right on there. It would fit perfectly. Lizzy Borden, Bloody Tears. I've been tooting this song for a long time. I love it. It's got like one of the best and heaviest riffs in the middle of this verse on this song. Is fucking phenomenal. BC, I totally apologize. For some reason, I left the Blackstone Cherry song off of my list for some reason, so I didn't listen to it. And totally dropped the ball on that one because I was wondering, like, why am I not getting like an even amount for BCs? Not that I could have went back and looked at the text or anything like that. So I will listen to that song, and I have no comment on it because I have no idea. Sorry about that. Megadeth, 44 minutes, cool song. Like Dylan said, I love how it starts out with the like the 911 tapes of what went down. And actually, this song is what inspired the movie Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
The song isn't what inspired it. The event is.
The event is. The event inspired the song and also inspired the movie.
Yes.
Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Great movie, like fucking crazy gunfight in this fucking movie. And moves slow a little bit at times, but it's like the gunfight in the movie is worth it. And I actually saw that in the theater. It's fucking kick-ass. And really cool song. And you got a good little list for yourself here, BC.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, BB, give us your
All
last
right.
5.
So, 2005, we're going to go with Fozzy. Nameless and Faceless, off the All the Remains album. This album was kind of fed from the song Enemy, because I know that was out there. There's a video, it was all over MTV at the time. This song actually opens the album. It's really, really cool. The guitar work on it is fantastic. And Chris Jericho's vocals are really, really good on it. So I wanted to throw that out there because not many people, they probably know Chris Jericho from wrestling and not the musical part. I think you have a little story for that next time when it comes around to you.
I do, actually.
You've already told that story a million times.
I think I have.
On here? Okay.
Yeah, he has.
Then the 2006, the song that I'll get the most slack off of is Daughtry. It's What I Want. This is a heavy song on this album. The guitar work is really, really, really good because who plays guitar on this? Slash. So you can't bash it anymore because it has Slash.
Why
in
does
it.
everyone look at me when they think their song's going to get fucking bashed? Stop. He's looking at me too.
It's not like somebody has a track record.
Everybody's going to get a fucking cubicle when we're recording tomorrow.
Yeah, this guy was off. This guy got his fame from American Idol, and it's a lot of radio hits on this album. But this is like one of those hidden gems. It's probably one of the heavier ones on the album. My wife had it and she loved it. I'm like, boy, that's a really good song, and that song always stuck with me. And then I found out, later on that Slash plays the guitar in it, so that was cool for this episode. 2007. Of course, I had to throw these guys in there. Airborne. I'm on the Airborne bandwagon. These guys are fantastic. The song is Running Wild. This is off their debut album. As we said before, these guys are making music that AC/DC is not making anymore. They're from Australia. They have They have two brothers. I think their last name is O'Keefe. They're just kicking ass and putting out fantastic hard rock music that we guys at the table love. Then 2008 comes along. This one's a tough one. This one I had to go with Rev Theory. Hell yeah. This was also in my iPod. It's one of those songs that I am not 100% sure where I picked it up from, but the opening guitar riff is so cool in it, and it's in that era of the rock music is kind of dying, so you're kind of grasping onto anything. And these guys were one of those bands that I kind of grabbed onto just because of the guitar work. It's really, really good. And the chorus, give me hell, give me yeah. It's like one of those one of those like arena like concert things that you get into and it pumps you up. So I threw that on there so you guys can get a listen. And to close out 2009, I had to put Turning Left from Chicken Foot. So when you got Michael Anthony harmonies, background vocals, you got Joe Satriani guitar, you have Chad Smith playing drums, and then Sammy Hagar on vocals. It's just a fantastic album. There was Soap on a Rope was one I was kind of fighting back and forth, but I picked this one. This is a little bit deeper in the album, and it's just a cool. It has like a rock bluesy type kind of sound to it, and put Chicken Foot out there because it's one of those bands that got together, and I think they kind of split up for a little bit now, but you cannot talk about 2009 if you're not talking about Chicken Foot because they were around for a couple years after that, and I believe that was their debut year when they released that. So there's my decade.
All right, let's get into BB's list here with me. Fozzy, Faceless, and Nameless and Faceless, right? Good song. I enjoyed it. I think it was a cool song. Fozzy, and like you said, Chris Jericho, more known for his wrestling, I think, and I had mentioned before that I met him in Vegas. Really cool, super nice guy. And we saw him at the King Diamond show like 2 weeks before that. I saw him in Vegas. Totally crazy, energetic on fucking stage. You need to see Fozzy live. They just like kick ass. Chris Jericho is a great front man. And Daughtry, What I Want. This is my surprise holy fuck song of the fucking episode.
Wow.
I was like, well, first, I never heard the song before. And I was like, Daughtry, like he's doing it to me again. He's picking something that he knows I'm going to fucking hate. And I'm going to have to listen to it. However, I was like, holy fuck, this song, like, rocks. I, seriously, played it, 3-4 times in a row. And I'm like, wow, the guitar. And I had no Slash played on it until you just said that. I didn't even look up any details about it or anything like that. And I'm like, fucking guitar fucking kicks ass on this. And my only thing about that was I thought the solo could have went like a couple more bars. I thought it was a little short, but it fucking rocked. Love it. Excellent. What do we got? Running Wild, Airborne. When we were going through I was going through the albums. The first time what I did was I picked albums from the year that like I said before, I picked, okay, BB's going to pick this, and I knew BB was going to pick Airborne. I definitely would have picked What's Eating You off this album over Running Wild.
Or Fat Blackjack.
No, Blackjack's on the later one. Isn't it? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Blackjack's on that one. I'm sorry. Remember Sucker Punch to that, BC?
Yeah.
That's fucking kick-ass. I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
But great album, and I've always said that Airborne, they're making the albums that AC/DC doesn't make anymore. Yeah, just great. They have that great.
We should put that on a shirt. That's.
Yeah, definitely. They have a great, just great sound to them. Hell Yeah from Rev Theory. I did your list when I did the fucking BCs. I left it off, but this song I know. It's fucking excellent. We saw them at Eleanor Rigby's, years ago when this was out, and they kicked ass. They were fucking excellent. The song's great. Give me a hell, give me a yeah, fucking excellent. I really like that song. Chicken Foot, Turning Left. Great band. One weak link in the band vocally. Sammy, but I had to throw that in there. No, I picked up this album as soon as it came out. I like it. I think it's great, and which I thought was interesting that their second album is called Chicken Foot 3.
Yeah, Chicken Foot 3.
But I think it's a good song. I enjoy it, and I don't think there's a song that I really don't like on that Chicken Foot album. And good pick.
Yeah, it's just missing that hard rock song, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an album with like good songs.
Yeah. Nameless, Faceless. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't the Endless Nameless song from Nirvana. No, that song actually isn't that good. But this is a great song. I like Fozzy a lot. They started off as almost a strictly cover band, but then they really grew into their original material, and it's great. I think Chris Jericho is a fantastic frontman. I've seen videos of him play live, and he's fantastic. He's really charismatic up on stage, and I like his voice. It works really well for the songs. I thought you had a typo when you said Daughtry in the text. I like the song. Daughtry was all over the place back in the day. Like once he won American Idol, it was all over. You were not escaping Daughtry.
No.
Oh, did he win?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think he either
I
won
don't
or
think he honestly did.
I don't think he won.
he might, I think he's a runner.
I think he was like the only rock guy that was on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I
I
think
thought
he was
he
a
left,
runner
like,
up,
Pick
but
some
3 or
country
4.
girl or some fucking
but
thing.
he
I only watch those
blew
shitty
up
people
after
around. They're
the-
not even on anymore.
He did one of the better out of. I don't
Oh,
think
he's
the winners
fourth
ever
place.
really
Fourth.
did good.
He was
Yeah.
4th place. That was the season that
Carrie Underwood?
Taylor Hicks won and Catherine McPhee came in 2nd.
Again,
Catherine.
Where are they now?
Catherine
She's an
McPhee actually,
actress.
yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff, so she's still
Scorpion?
going.
did
There's a
anybody
TV
win
show,
it
Scorpion,
that
I
really
think she's in.
continued on?
Yeah, she was
Carrie
in.
Underwood,
She's in Scorpion. You're right.
Did she win it that year?
Carrie Underwood won, right?
No, Carrie Underwood
No?
did not win this. I told you that.
Oh, was
Taylor-
that this? Well, that's.
I told you
Taylor
Taylor Hicks
Hicks?
won
Oh.
that year.
Oh,
No,
Never even heard of
no,
her.
but I mean,
No,
didn't
it's a
she-
guy.
Oh, him.
Oh.
Did Carrie Underwood win it?
I
I'm interested.
didn't know we were
Damn it.
going.
And
to
here
We're
we
out of format!
Go off the path.
Off the path here.
And you're
Tim.
telling me that.
But like
I'm not
that
a
show,
part of
like
that.
it was great when like the shit, like the William Hungs and shit were on there when like Simon was like bashing the fuck out of people. That was the best part of the show.
Or did it?
And then
It
when
sucked.
they weeded all
Yeah.
the people out, the show sucked. I stopped watching
So-
after that. I want to see the crappy people.
So Kelly Clarkson won the 1st season. Ruben Sutter won the 2nd. Carrie Underwood won the 4th season.
See there,
Oh, there you go.
And I knew she
Okay,
won
so-
one year.
But anyways, back to Daughtry. This is
talk
Fourth
about
place
Carrie Underwood.
guy.
Did I ever think I would be saying anyways back to Daughtry?
No, see?
Sure. It's a good song. It's a rocking song. Not what I expected from Daughtry. Pretty good though. Running Wild, it's airborne. What can you say? They're fantastic. They're great song. I probably would have picked a different song as well from this album, but it's still an awesome song. Hell yeah, Rev Theory. God, these guys burned bright and burned hot for a hot minute there, and they were fantastic live at Eleanor Rigby's. I remember being front row, and this song came on. The place blew up. It was crazy. And they were so good live, and I'm so sad that they never really went past that one hot minute. I mean, they do the walk-in song for Randy Orton in WWE. I hear the voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. But the Viper Dad from out of nowhere, Randy Orton.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, Chicken Foot, Turning Left. Again, I probably would have picked Soap on a Rope, which you were thinking of. But Turning Left is a great song. Cool riff. I love the harmonies between Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar. Fantastic. Really good decade list.
Not bad.
Not bad.
2005 with Nameless Faceless from Fozzy. Like Dylan said, here's a band that started off. The first 2 albums, I think, were nothing but covers. And then they came in their own
right.
material, which
The covers were good.
They
the
were-
covers are great. I mean, great band, like you said. I like his voice and everything. You probably picked this one because like Zach's on the album.
Yeah, he's on like song number 3. I
3 or
believe.
something like that. And here, I never heard this on Daughtry, What I Want. I saw Daughtry and I first saw the list. I'm going, Daughtry, what the fuck?
Wonderlust.
And I was like, Daughtry. I'm like, okay. But surprisingly, the rockin' song. I mean, I think what really kills him is he always was known for
The recognition of that.
the radio shit. 2007, Running Wild, Airborne. Airborne. I mean, here's a band that
There it
just in your face, rock and roll, nothing, no fanciness. Hell yeah, Rev Theory. I see we saw him there, and then I saw him out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which people left me alone at 1 in the afternoon, and I probably drank like 8 beers during their set.
You know what?
During their 10-minute set.
And it was 17 minutes.
Every time the solar came on, gotta get another one.
No, I just stayed right at the bar.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And they ripped it up there.
That's a good bartender right there.
Such a great live band, I thought. Now, Chickenfoot, this is something I have to definitely look into more because I don't remember hearing this.
No?
Whoa.
I don't think so. Like, oh yeah. But here's a band that I mean, you played them a million times. I'm probably did hear it. I just can't remember. But I definitely look into some more Chickenfoot.
And the cool thing about that album is it was heat activated, so it was a black background, but when you had your hands on it, it revealed the band members behind it. Do you guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. My mind was blown by that. I was like, oh my god, this is such a cool
Dylan, what are you doing?
packaging.
Nothing. But no.
Stop touching.
I like your list is very good.
I know I have that CD somewhere. I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna go home and fill up his CD.
Yeah.
Right, it was that CD, right?
Hmm?
I think it was that CD, right?
I think so. It was like the back, though, wasn't it? Was it the
I
back?
want to say it was the front.
Was it? I remember. I have it at home, so
Go home and sit on it.
go home and touch it.
Sit on it, Potsy.
That's what we're telling you tonight,
Yeah,
guys.
it
Out
is,
there,
yeah,
go
the-
home and touch it.
The first pressing of the album was packaged
foot
with
out.
exclusive heat-sensitive artwork. They revealed an image when touched or exposed to heat above 84 degrees Fahrenheit.
Put it on the sun.
Yeah. Hair dryer.
So there you go.
Not that we know
You
what
can
the
signal
sun is.
space with it. All right, cool. I will go next. I'll let Dylan wrap it up when we get to his list here. I started out with 2005 here. I went with Hinder. Not such a great band now, I don't think. They changed vocalists. Yeah, I thought their older stuff was great. I picked from 2005's Extreme Behavior, Room 21. Great song about picking up, groupie, having some fun. I know, BC, I know you don't like to hear about this stuff. Just block your earmuffs, BC, earmuffs. Just a great song, and then I like it. It's just it's a fun song. And next song, 2006, band House of Lords. They're another band that consistently put out stuff in the 2000s. Just a great band. They've had 8 million guys in this band, but James Christian, vocalist, he's always been steadfast there with these guys for the longest time. And the song that I picked is My Generation. Just a great song. Talks about pretty much like I don't know if it's an autobiographical song, where he's getting into music and he was listening to Hendrix and getting into music. His mom told him he was wasting his time, but the family knew he was gonna rock. So, but it's just a great song. It's very melodic, but really heavy at times too. Just a great song. I love it. And 2007 from Meg. I picked the Megadeth song on here also. I could not stay. This is probably one of my ultimate favorite Megadeth songs from United Abomination, Sleepwalker. Fucking absolutely love this song. It's just like he's dreaming about killing someone. I don't know. I'm assuming probably a girlfriend or a spouse. And I woke up this morning, I wrapped you up in a rug and threw you off of a bridge. It's fucking just like a crazy song. But it's cranking, though. The soloing is great in it. And I was remiss. I didn't look up to see who else played on the album. I want to say probably Chris Broderick, probably.
Yes.
Was the lead guitarist on there with Dave. But just a fucking excellent song, cranking. This song, Dylan frowned at me about. I picked Bad Girlfriend from Theory of a Dead Man, Souvenirs and Scars album, 2008. Just a fun song. My girlfriend, the dick magnet. Fuck it. It's a fun song. It's rocking. It's got a good groove to it. It's got like a good kind of harmonic guitar riff in it. I really enjoy it. And I had to put these guys on. When I did my birthday album episode, I was going to put this album on there. 2009's album from Wolf called Ravenous. And this song is just top to bottom great fucking metal album. And I'm going to go with the song Hail Caesar from this album. I gave these guys it's going to be one of these four songs, you guys. It's like the first 4 songs in the album.
You're like, which one's it going to be?
And I just love Hail Caesar. I love the vocals are cool in there. The background vocals is just like heavy as fuck. I could have went with I could have went Speed On, Curse You Salem, Voodoo, but like it's just a great album. And I had to I just picked this one just like literally like fucking right now. Actually, I have in parentheses under the song's Game Time Decision. And so my Game Time Decision was Hail Caesar. Just a great song. And I love it. I think it's just a fucking fantastic album. And that was one it was hard for me to pick like just one song from it. And so cranking.
So before I get into my opinions, it was Glenn Drover.
That
was and Chris Broderick joined during the tour.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was like right before he joined, and Sean Drover was on drums.
Okay.
And then James Lomenzo was
All
on
right.
bass. So, Dad,
My bad. I should have looked that up.
You're my dad, and I love you. I wasn't a fan of a lot of these songs. I don't like Hinder. I hate the lead vocalist's voice. It grates on my ears, and I can't get Lips of an Angel out of my head.
Well, I didn't pick that one.
I know, but like I go back to it. I don't like this song either. I wasn't a fan of it. I was surprised with My Generation that you picked a song that talks about Hendrix in such a great light, since you hate Hendrix.
But I love the song. I
don't like the
Hendrix
song.
songs when other people do them.
I remember you playing the song constantly. I remember it being on loop at times, and I don't like it at all. The chorus is so grating to my ears. The subject matter is cool. I think it's cool that he's telling the story of how he got into music. I don't. It's so plotting and a little slow to me. I'm just not a fan. Sleepwalker's an awesome song. I love Sleepwalker. I personally would have picked Washington's Next, but Sleepwalker, fantastic song. Really good opening song for that album. A pretty underrated album, too. There's a lot of really good songs on there. Gears of War is really good on that album.
Loved it.
There's that the version of
Ton
Tunemon
of great
with
shit out in Megadeth
Lacuna
in this
Coils.
decade.
Yeah, Bad Girlfriend, I hate that song. And it's really funny because I got this album for Carson for one of his birthdays, and I didn't know how to wrap a gift, so I wrapped it in tinfoil and gave it to him. But boy, I hate when the first lyric is "My girlfriend's a dick magnet." You lose me. It's a terrible cock rock song. I hate it. It's the worst. It's like the worst kind of sound of this decade for me. Like with it's just bad to me, and it's really funny because Hail Caesar is the song that I hoped you didn't pick. I like the other three songs a lot better. Hail Caesar's not bad though. These are all fantastic songs, but Hail Caesar's the one that I like the least. So I feel bad. I liked two of these songs, but God, Hinder and Theory of a Dead Man. I don't like those bands a lot, and I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sure you're going to give it right back to me with my picks.
That's all right. You don't have to like everything.
But I wasn't a fan.
Okay, 2005 Hinder. I mean, this year, friends of ours had an extra ticket when I first saw these guys. I never heard of them until they played the Sherman, I want to say. And they came out, and I thought they were great live. I mean, I might have picked a different song. I don't know. But, I mean, I liked it. 2006, My Generation, House of Lords. Again, here's a band that I think constantly puts out albums that you really don't, unfortunately, you don't really hear about. Consistent, I think. They're pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still are.
Still just very day, just put them out. 2007, Megadeth, Sleepwalker, come on. Totally, I forgot all about Sean, guitar player there.
Yeah.
They had to crank it on like just a solo, and I love that one. Theory of a Dead Man, I liked these guys when they first came out, like their first. They have like kind of like a, I don't know what the word, like they're lyrically, a lot of songs are like kind of funny. I think funny, but not Steel Panther like, but
Tongue in cheek kind of.
tongue in cheek type of stuff that you
She
just.
likes to shake her ass. She grinds it to the beat.
Yeah, but overall, I mean,
Not a song for prudes.
but
Even on the radio, it goes. She likes to shake her. She grinds it.
Well, they had a radio edit. What do you want? They'll play it on XM.
radio in it. But I like Theory of a Dead Man, good song. And Wolf, another great band. I would have picked Voodoo out of all the ones you had there. But I mean, overall, good.
Yeah, 2000 Room 21 from Hinder. 2005. I'm listening to Hinder. I'm listening to Rev Theory. I'm listening to Theory of a Dead Man, and I'm starting to understand how people do not recognize our 80s music, because this decade they all sound the same to me. So Hinder to me sounded kind of like Rev Theory to me, but the song was all right. It was a catchy musical song. I didn't care for the vocals that much, but musically it was a rocking song. 2006, My Generation from House of Lords. Love House of Lords. James' vocals are fantastic. You guys have to hop on the House of Lords bandwagon, because there are so many good songs from the House of Lords out there, and their catalog is huge. and this is a great pick. I love this song. Another back-to-back, another home run, Sleepwalker. The solo in it is so stinking fast. And then he's like, "No one is safe when you close my eyes." When he repeats that, I'm like, "That's so cool." And it's just phenomenal Megadeth song, and it's lost because now you're in 2007. How many people know Megadeth had an album in 2007? 2000,
we
yeah,
did.
Exactly. So 2008. Bad Girlfriend, here we go. Like this is another Hinder, Rev Theory. They're starting to sound the same, but they're all right. They're not skippable, but they don't thrill me. And then Hail Caesar. This was my surprise. Wolf was really good. I actually liked all 4 songs that you wrote down, and
The whole album's great.
This was my surprise. I'm like, wow, these guys are really, really, really good.
And actually, I found those guys on YouTube. Actually, that year they were going to be opening some shows for Megadeth in Europe, and it was like a blabbermouth thing. Wolf gets opening spot for Megadeth shows in Sweden or something like that, and it had the video for Speed On. And I'm like, oh, check these guys out, check it out. And I was like, holy fuck, like how did? And this was like their 4th or 5th album, and then so I was able to go back and I actually have all their CDs, and they're just a phenomenal fucking band. And that's how I found them, just because they were opening for fucking Megadeth.
Oh, I like it.
All right, Dylan, wrap it up here tonight.
Okay, on to my emo side of the album, the dark side. So I was torn between 2 songs for this year, for 2005 and 2006. I was torn between Tears Don't Fall from Bullet for My Valentine and Welcome Home, Coheed and Cambria. I decided to pick Tears Don't Fall because I've talked about Coheed quite a bit, and I'm sure you guys are sick of it. Tears Don't Fall is a fantastic song in terms of starting off nice and slow. The chorus picks it up a bit. The screaming vocals come in at the chorus. For the most part, it's a clean vocal song, and I think it works really effectively when they do "There's always something that all went wrong," and it's really effective. And then the kick-in towards the end is phenomenal. One of the greatest live kick-ins I've ever seen. I remember seeing it for the first time. The crowd went nuts. The pit that opened up, there was blood shed. We looked at the floor at the Cultural Center after that show, and there was blood all over the place from that show. And I love the like towards the end, the let's go, and then goes into this blistering solo. Fantastic. And then it comes back towards the end, nice and back reflective at the end. For 2006, I was torn between a Trivium song, A Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation, and a Stone Sour song, Come Whatever May. I decided to go with Trivium because I'm going to be talking about Corey Taylor a couple songs down. So Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation, really heavy song, mostly screaming. It's kind of the polar opposite of Bullet in terms of screaming to clean vocals, but really awesome riffs, great guitar work. I do like the tempo changes and the time changes in the song. I think it's used really effectively, and this is a fantastic band to see live if you've never seen them. So 2007, a song I've talked about before. I absolutely love it. I know BB was very surprised by it when we talked about it the first time. Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold from their self-titled album. Fantastic song. I love how it starts off with the violins and then kicks right in. And then the dun, 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 and then the on the bass, and that comes right in with the verse. Fantastic. I love the Rev's vocals right before the solo. Just an amazing song. It's one of the songs I would call perfectly structured. It starts off moody, goes fast, has a nice groove, has an awesome solo, ends really good. I love the chorus. A fantastic song. 2008, going from the All Hope Is Gone album, Slipknot with Psychosocial, a band that my dad is finally starting to appreciate a little more after the mess that was Iowa. This is a great song. This was the first song I actually heard from Slipknot. It was on one of the Guitar Heroes. Really good, just rockin' song. I love the gruff vocals from Corey Taylor in the verses, and then the nice clean "and the rain will kill us all." Really beautiful vocals in that part, and the psychosocial. It's so good. It's such a good song, and I love the breakdown towards the end. Fantastic. Good solo, too. A nice blistering solo. And then the song I'm going to leave off with, I have to end with Dream Theater, Black Clouds and Silver Linings, A Nightmare to Remember, the first song. off the album, the last album to feature Mike Portnoy. It's a long song, and I apologize for making you guys listen to it, but it has so many awesome movements and really cool parts. I don't think a single minute is wasted. It starts off with the thunderous thing, and then the moody piano coming in from Jordan Rudess, and then the guitars come in, and it's about a car crash and surviving that, and it's a nightmare to remember. Never been the same. What began as laughter would soon turn to pain. Great song, a fantastic showcase of Dream Theater's abilities, and that's going to end my list for the 2000s decades. So what do you guys think?
All right, so let's go with Tears Don't Fall from Bullet for My Valentine. I love the song. It's full of changes. The guitar work is like mind-blowing sick at points. There's that one little verse they do like with the Cookie Monster thing, and I don't think it fits. But I think you said you think it fits. I don't think it fits. But,
Okay.
But it's a really, really good song. Like, you take that little, and it's only like 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Like, you take it out, and to me, it's really, really good. Trivium. A gunshot to the head
Trepidation.
of trepidation. I love you like you're my own, but I couldn't stand it. No, the music was really good. I hated the vocals.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I've tried to get into Trivium. I just can't. But musically, they're a really, really good band. The vocals just blow my eardrum, and I don't like it. but then you come back with the home run, like Afterlife. I think when we talked about this song on the other episodes. I love this song. Avenged Sevenfold, it's one of those bands that some of the songs like really, really catch me, and some of them don't. Like, I seesaw back and forth with them. But the lyrics are great, the music is great, the vocals are spot on. It's such a catchy song, and there's violins that are hidden in the background that really, really make the song. Psychosocial from Slipknot. It's all right. Slipknot's one of those bands I can take them or leave them. I never really like. I'm more of the Stone Sour guy than the Slipknot guy. Mm-hmm. It's one of those songs, but it's one of them. I love the music. I just can't get into the vocals.
Yeah.
And then A Nightmare to Remember from Dream Theater. Fantastic song. There's so many musical changes in it. The synths, the drums, guitar. It's like a great blend. And it's one of those songs you kind of touched on. It's a long song, but it didn't seem like it to me. Like, I've listened to it a couple of times, and it's really, really good. I think it's like 14 minutes. It really, you're doing something, and it really, really makes it not seem like it's 14 minutes.
Yeah.
But other than Trivium, loved it.
All right, Dylan. Where do we start?
Tears Don't Fall.
Tears Don't Fall. Bullet for My Valentine.
And Crash Around Me.
Just we saw them live, and actually we've seen them live a couple times. I've seen them, I think, 3 times live. I saw them twice with you and once with just Carson. And great song. I like the time changes, and then it's fucking ramp the fuck up. You get those just crazy. You picture the wall of death and the bloody pit with fists flying and shit like that, and then everybody's friends at the end. Absolutely love that song. Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation. I like Trivium, I really do. This is not one of my favorite songs. It's good though. There's got some great parts, and the music's fucking great in it. There's just it's that unnameable thing in the song that just I'm not in the same boat as BB, because I'm, as you know, I'm starting to listen to more of the more extreme kind of stuff, vocally a lot. But this was one. Because the album from it's on Ascendancy, right?
Yeah, Ascendancy.
Great, because I remember I was, after BC and I saw Trivium open for Maiden years ago, and I'm like, wow. And I thought these guys were a European band. I'm like, fuck, they're from Florida. I'm like, wow, it just totally fucking blew my mind. I thought these guys were like a band from Finland or Sweden or something like that, and they definitely fit in with that kind of stuff. But a good song though, really good song. Avenged Sevenfold. This was one of the songs we talked about when we did the episode with those guys on
the
it.
greatest hits.
Love the, and M Shadows, he's one of them guys, sometimes I'm like, his vocals, they hit me good, and other times they don't. I love the melodies in the song.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great song, and it's a really good structured song. Really like it. Slipknot, Psychosocial. BC and I watched the. I don't even know if I even mentioned this before. We watched the Slipknot concert live at one of the festivals in Europe a couple weeks ago, and it was on, and we watched it. And I'm starting to delve into these guys a little deeper. I really think it's crazy. I like when they. You got the two clown guys doing the drums, and when they start banging the keg, ding, ding. I like that when they get a good tempo going and you get that extra ting noise in there. I really like it. This song was cool, and this was one that when we did the Iowa episode, I'm like why aren't these songs kind of like this? But I didn't hate that one. I like it. It was cool. And the Dream Theater, what was the name of that?
Nightmare to Remember.
Nightmare to Remember. I still prefer Black Country Communion song about the Titanic.
This isn't about the Titanic.
It's not about the Titanic?
No,
what
it's
the
about
fuck is it about?
It's about a car crash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's literally a part where the car crashes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can hear the...
Well, because I'm thinking, why the fuck are they talking about fire? There was no fire on the fucking
and then
Titanic.
He's in the hospital, and the...
Oh, see, because
the
I'm thinking
doctor's
they're
like,
talking to a survivor from the
can
fucking... I'm thinking the boat didn't burn, it fucking sunk.
The doctor's like, can you move? Can you remember your name?
Yeah, I'm thinking, why the fuck are they asking him that?
Yeah,
He was probably floating on a piece of fucking luggage.
There's literally a car crash that happens in the song.
Really? I'm gonna have to... I listened to it and you guys are right. It doesn't seem like it's like a 12-minute song. It's like 12 minutes, right?
I think it's 16.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
See that? I thought it was 12 minutes and it was 16 minutes long. But it was cool.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of cool back and forth keyboards, guitar playing, a lot of time changes and shit like that. Good. I have no complaints about that song. And you're right. It goes by a lot faster than it seems like than it is. And I think that's a staple of a really good song, that if it's a long song and you're like, wow, there's 16 minutes gone in my life, but it didn't seem like that.
Right.
Cool.
BC.
All right. Tears Don't Fall, Bullet for Valentine. I believe I saw them twice with you guys live. These guys are good. I mean, I just wish I got more into these guys. But cranking song, I guess, like I said, overall, it's a beautiful feel to them. Gunshot to the Head of
Trepidation.
We've seen these guys open for Maiden. Where else? I saw them twice. I can't remember where else.
We saw them at the Culture Center with
okay.
with Bullet.
No, because I've only seen Trivium once. They weren't at the Cultural Center.
No, not the Culture Center. The Sherman. At the Sherman.
He wasn't at the Sherman.
Oh no.
I've seen them twice. Anyway, I mean, I like these guys, but the vocals kill me on this song. It's too.
There's not enough of a balance in that
No,
song, I think.
No,
between
it's
clean vocals and screaming.
It's overwhelmingly
Yeah.
screaming.
That just that's what killed that song for me. Afterlife, Avenged Sevenfold. You kind of said it right. Either it hits you or it doesn't hit you. When I sit there and try to listen to them, I'm not getting into it. But if I walk into an arena or something, they're playing them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the atmosphere of it or something.
Could be.
Psychosocial. Again, I was really not a Slipknot guy until recently when we watched that concert. So
And they're playing Montage. I think we should go.
Yeah, Slipknot. They're doing Knotfest.
I think we should go.
When is it?
It's like with Behemoth and Volbeat.
Yeah, Volbeat's playing.
It's August 24th, I think.
I would absolutely go to that show.
But yeah, so I mean, here's a guy that I'm amazed by Corey Taylor, just the way he can go from singing good to like.
I don't know how the fuck he does it.
I don't know
I
how he
honestly
does it.
don't.
Like, I start gagging. I start gagging.
One thing I noticed about Slipknot Live, the band does not really interact with one another.
No, they're
very you want to call it maybe territorial of their spot on stage. You'll see the clown guys go back and forth, and the DJ guy or whatever, he's got a treadmill in front of him, and then there's the keyboard guy that has like a small, looks like a little Casio fucking keyboard and like a laptop on his thing. But like those are the guys that move around the most besides Corey Taylor. But like the bass player and the two guitar players, they're kind of just like in their own spot. Like they don't, you never see anybody like jamming with one another. They're kind of like Megadeth. They're very symmetrical.
Well, I think the reason why the bass player doesn't is because their original bass player died. So I'm wondering if he's trying to.
He's the
stay in
Jason
the
Newsted
background.
of Slipknot.
And he's trying not to.
But none of them do it.
No, there's not. No, there's not a lot of.
I seen
interaction
him years
between the
ago at
band on
Montage,
stage.
and
They're all just, you're here, you're here, you're here. I mean, Corey Taylor's all over the place. Great frontman.
You know
Oh, good.
You know who used to play drums for them? Joey Jordanson.
Joey Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And actually, their drummer now is Max Weinberg. Would be Bruce Springsteen's drummer's son.
Yeah, Jay
Jay
Weinberg.
Weinberg.
oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
But Slipknot's starting to grow on me. Like I said, some of the
We're gonna
Less-
kidnap BB and make
less,
him go.
less heavier stuff. You will listen to this, and you will listen
you
to
will
it
like
now. And of course, you finish off with the Night Rider Remember from Dream Theater, which you can play anything from Dream Theater, and I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one for
Brainwash.
The easy points.
I like it.
Cool.
Boy, so the trivia was a little too.
See, I was throwing a curveball to you guys. I figured you might be a little off put by the vocals, but musically,
As soon as I put it on, I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen these guys twice. I mean, I've heard their stuff before. I'm like, I don't remember it being like this.
plus I love the title. Like that's such an awesome a gunshot to the head and trepidation.
Yeah. All right, guys. There's our decade of 2000 to 2009, and we have some other cool stuff of how we're gonna mix this kind of episode up coming up down the road. We gotta we were talking tonight. We have like the next pretty much 2 months scheduled of what we're going to do, and some cool new guests coming on the show soon, and some old favorites coming back on. And before we wrap up tonight, I'm going to go around the table here. Favorite song from each list. Can't count your own. BB.
All right, I'll start. I'll go in alphabetical order. I'll start with BC. So,
Overall. We don't have to go through each one.
Oh, okay. Overall, ooh.
See, he's less prepared for this.
Sleepwalker.
All right. BC. Overall favorite.
I'm gonna go Kill and Destroy Blaze Bill.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Holy fuck!
That was all four of our heads hitting. 3 of our heads hitting the table.
Huh.
It's cranking, though. It is, isn't it?
I said Blaze
Fucking
Bill.
love it.
That's Iron Man.
That's true. Dylan.
Oh boy, I think I'm gonna go with.
Lizzy Borden.
In terms of songs I haven't heard before, I'm gonna go After Me the
No,
Flood.
we're not saying that. That's
I know,
not yet.
but I'm giving myself the criteria. Like, okay, never mind. I guess I'll pick a song that I'm
You're out
saying,
of format again.
No,
The
I'm
question.
saying that I'm limiting it to.
Do how
songs-
you do you. Go ahead.
I'm not saying. Never mind. I
No,
guess
no,
I'll
no.
go.
No, go how
Oh,
you
never
do.
mind's not on our list.
Never mind. That was definitely out of format.
I guess I'll go As I Am.
Okay, cool. Favorite song on the list? There's some good ones and some not so good ones here. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Bloodsuckers. I hadn't heard that song in a long time. Heavy as fuck. Love the vocals in it. Like really, really cool. Who do we think had the best list overall? Dylan.
I'm gonna say BC. I liked BC's list quite a bit. There wasn't
Okay.
really a song I disliked.
All right, BC, you go ahead next, since he picked you.
I'm gonna go with the BB.
Wow.
No. All right, BB, what do you go with?
I'm going with BC.
I will also go with BC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
BC.
BC, you
Absolutely.
came to party
You
today.
really. I want to.
Absolutely.
I want to accommodate you. How great you showed up tonight.
Absolutely.
on,
BC
man.
didn't have any songs that were out of format,
Nope.
and he didn't have any songs that sucked.
I don't know. You did listen to his whole list.
Well, there'll be an asterisk on that one because I didn't listen to
Head
the
dig.
Head
dig
Blackstone
review.
Cherry song. He couldn't let you get off total scot-free, BC.
No, I have faith you like that.
What songs have you not heard before? Dylan, I know you got a few.
It's a very big list. Let's just go down here. Kill and Destroy by Blaze Bayley, I've never heard. After Me the Flood, I've never heard. Bloodsuckers, Man and Machine, Maniacal Renderings, The Bitter End, Endless, My Wicked Heart, Nameless Faceless, What I Want, and that's it.
BB.
The John Oliver song. What's that?
Maniacal
Renderings. I never heard that one. Off of Steve's album, I never heard The Trigger Man from Alice Cooper. I'd never heard Speed On from Wolf. And Dylan's was Party Hard, Andrew WK. Welcome Home, Gunshot to the Head, and that's it.
BC.
I didn't hear Kill and Destroy Blaze Billy, and I'm pretty sure Trigger Man by Alice Cooper. A few years, and then BB, I didn't hear The Chicken Foot. And then where's Dylan here? The Trivium, I don't remember. That's not the Trivium I remember.
All right, for me, let's see. I knew all of BC's lists except for the Blackstone Cherry one, so I didn't listen to that one at all. So that one I didn't hear before. Racer X, unless I haven't heard before. The Daughtry song, I haven't heard that one before. That was like fucking kick ass. Fucking love that one. Dylan's Foo Fighters, I may have heard before, but I didn't really remember it.
You heard it live.
Okay. Darkness, heard it before, fucking hated it. Still hate it. And actually the Nightmare to Remember, that one I hadn't heard before. Like everyone else's I had heard before. But I mean, I thought it was cool. One quick more around the table. The worst song you had to listen to tonight. BB. Only one.
Trivium. I love you, Dylan. Like you're my own.
Dylan.
It has to be Bad Girlfriend.
It's got to be one of mine.
I hate that.
It's got to be one
so
of mine.
much.
BC.
I could agree with BB. Gunshot to the Head, that was the vocals just killed it for me.
I'm gonna say The Darkness. Fucking, I just like I can't.
Oh man, Dylan.
I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe if Slash played the solo, maybe it might have saved
Well,
it.
what did you
And
think
I
of the
did
solo?
listen to the solo when we took a break for the gym, and I thought it was good, but not enough to save the song. All right, guys, around the table one more time, real quick here. Say our goodbyes and thank yous, and whatever you want to say, and we will wrap it up. Dylan.
This was a tough episode for me to pick songs for. Some years had so many good albums out that I couldn't decide between them. I clearly made some bad choices. But it was a fun episode. I enjoyed listening to a lot of the songs that I never heard before. I definitely have some homework to do in terms of a lot of these artists tonight. If I go without hearing Theory of a Dead Man or Hinder for the rest of my life, that would be great. But
I'm playing it on the way home.
Yeah, I probably figured as much. But, you can't expect much from a song that starts with My Girlfriend's a Dick Magnet. And literally,
she is.
The fourth word is
are, we
censored on the radio. You don't even get a whole sentence into the song, and it's already being bleeped out. But
we're against censorship on the Potter Than Hell podcast, except for Dylan.
For the most part,
Apparently.
everybody's list was really good, and some great songs that we haven't covered. So if you guys have any ideas or any songs that you'd like to talk about, please comment, and we'd love to listen to them.
Yeah, this is a great episode, especially finding that new music that was really old, but it's new to your ear because, listen to this, all this stuff. It's just fantastic. It's just a great episode of mixing the songs you knew and songs you've never heard before. It's just a great episode, and I just love that aspect of the old music is turning into new music when you haven't heard it. And we all had some great lists, and it just a fantastic, just a different genre of what BC and myself and Dylan and Steve, how you pick different things, how your list was like kick-ass, and then mine was all over the place. You know what I mean? But and that's just our taste, and I love how we're all different, and that's what makes it for this podcast. We're all a little different. A lot of ball busting, which is fantastic because that's another aspect of our podcast that we love to do, and fantastic. And I can't wait for the '80s, BC, because the '80s are fucking awesome.
Again, I don't think there's been an episode that I don't take away something that I didn't hear and that I want to check out more of. And that's what I like about a lot of these. It's like Dylan always has stuff that never heard of, and I would have never heard of if he'd have mentioned stuff like that. And I like that about it. And like you said, there's some stuff I forgot all about. Like, oh shit.
All right, I gotta say, guys, I really had a great time researching for this episode and going through looking for albums, I was like, holy fuck, I forgot about this one, and it was very difficult for me to pick some things. And a couple bands that came up consistently through the months were Alice Cooper, Megadeth, House of Lords, bands like that were consistent through this decade. And some bands may have one or maybe two, but these bands like had stuff like throughout the whole decade, which was cool and made it a little harder to pick one. But like overall, none of us picked the same songs, which usually we'll do an episode and someone will say, oh, well, we'll have some crossover and then we'll have to pick something else. But there were no crossover songs on this episode, which I thought was really cool. And I want to say, you guys, if you want to hear some of the awesome songs and some of the not so awesome songs we talked about today, check out our Spotify playlist. The link will be on the episode, and so you can just click on that. It'll go right to the Spotify playlist. There'll be a lot of cool shit on there. And I want to say this right here is going to be our last episode that comes out in the month of June. And for the next couple months, we are going to have a theme that ties in with the month. So next month, the episode you hear will be in July. So we're going to do, and that's the 7th month of the year, so we're going to do all episodes of bands and music from the 70s. And then for for August, we're going to do the 80s. We're going to do 80s episodes. And then for September, we're going to do 90s episodes. And then we're going to have something really cool in October. And so I just want to give you guys a little quick preview of what's going to be coming up pretty soon with us. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, check out our Spotify playlist. If you are new to the podcast, welcome. If you are a faithful listener and supporter that we've had, forever or just recently, welcome back. And share us with your friends. Talk about us. Get us out there. You guys are the ones that help spread us out there. We appreciate you guys. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you next time. And there definitely will be a next time.
For the year 2001, I picked Racer X. These guys, Steve and I just saw Paul Giblert a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was going to be one of those. I butchered his name. I didn't say Giblert instead of Gilbert.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know that guy Giblert.
Giblert.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
No, Giblert.
Ain't that the guy in one of those?
That's what you get out of the turkey, right? The Giblerts.
Yeah.
That's the guy in Sonic the Hedgehog, eh? Giblert.
Sorry.
Oh.
Giblert. We're gonna bring it up for Thanksgiving. Shake it off.
All right, take a drink and we'll start all over. That's for the bloopers reel for 2019.
That's fucking staying. Gold, Jerry, gold.
Yeah, liquid gold.
I'm gonna walk this off.
We're gonna walk this off.
And they're off.
And they're off.
Okay, give us some Racer X.
Okay.